Today I'm going to show you how I adjust save folder from a bookworm PUP64 from an old monitor to a new monitor. So the old monitor from where this save folder was originally made had a resolution of 1360 by 768. The new monitor you see here has a resolution of 2560 over 1440. So you can see that if I go to Rock's Filer, these letters are very small, and I rather have one main window here way over on this side and the other here on the left, and then so I can copy and so on. So first thing I would rather do is go to the first one here and then go to right click and then display and go to save current settings and OK. So this will stay here next time it opens. So let's go ahead and check it. So now you can see that it opens here rather than here, so that's been adjusted. The first thing though, what I want to do is look at the even the Firefox. The letters are very small, and there are 4 horizontal windows here. I rather have 3. Similarly, on a Genie, although I made these extra large, usually on default setting when I first use this new monitor, its letters are very small. So the first thing, the easiest thing that I do is .x resources file and change this over from 96, which is a usual resolution for the original monitor, so to make it 144. I'm unsure whether you can just use, for example, any large number, but generally speaking, in my experience, multiplication of 24 or 12 or 30 seems to work. So 144, and then we're going to go ahead and save it. And then we want to have to activate this change, so we can go ahead and start a terminal. You can see the terminal is also a very small letter, so we can go ahead and enlarge it, and then go ahead and give this command restart WM and ampersand sign, and this will go ahead and restart, but I won't be able to do that because it will stop the video recording. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and now this is after restart the WM command. I can see that the letters here are larger, and there has been changes in these fonts to a larger fonts down here on a hard drive partition. And then similarly we can go to the browser YouTube site, and then I can see that it's got only 3 horizontal columns, which is what I prefer. Next thing I may want to do is adjust these small letters of Rock's GTKRC file, which is under etc GTK-2.0. And then here what I want to do is adjust here to sans 12 to 14, makes it a little larger, and then go ahead and save. And then while I'm at it, I also want to adjust the config GTK3 settings file, which is, I'll just show you. So this is after second restart WM command. We can go ahead and start the Synapse. and it's hard to see, but there is the letters are slightly bigger now. And then we can go ahead and start the rocks filer. And you can see these rocks file letters have definitely gotten larger to my liking. We can go ahead and start the terminal. And terminal letter is still small, smaller than what I prefer. And terminal, this terminal is xterm, and that's controlled by the x resources file again. So what we'll do is we'll go to Genie, and then again look at the x resources file, and then we want to adjust here xterm face size to 12 to 14, for example, and save. And then go ahead and start the xterm again, and go back to the command that we gave before, xrdb -merge.x resources. And then we're going to activate the changed x resource file and close again. We're going to open it up again. Now you can see clearly the letters to my liking. So tray bar. So that tray bar is .jwmrc-tray file, which is on a root directory. And then you can take a look at this a little bit carefully here, and we'll just enlarge it. And then we'll go ahead and make it a little larger. And then, so here is the tray bar here. And the first thing I want to do is go ahead and make this height a little larger to my liking, from 25, which was fine in an old monitor. We want to change that to 35. And then at the same time, the task width, maximum width should be about the same as the height in my case, because I don't want the letters to be showing here. So we're going to make that 35. And then next is I want these two, the 6 workspaces and the application that's active, to be near toward the center. So rather than 300 space width, we'll make that 700, which is going to make this test list much closer to the center. And similarly, I want to change it to 700 here, so the pager is more toward the center. And we're going to just go ahead and save that change, and we want to restart the JWM. So here we're going to go ahead and start the JWM dash restart, and then it's going to change here to new configuration. This is what I prefer. So we made a quick change there. I can see that in this case there's little dots here, which I find a little distracting. So what I prefer to do is go back to the tray file, and then maximum width I made a mistake. It should be 35, and it's 45, so it should be 35. And then go ahead and save again, and then we're going to activate the change with a JWM restart. And now those dots are gone. And if you want to change the size of the letter of the menu, the way I would suggest is just go to .jwmrc file on the root level, and then change the for example, the setting right now is, we'll go up to the top. Setting right now is the height is 48. You can make that 36, for example. And quickest way to do that is just go ahead and search and replace 48 double 48. Search for this and change that to 36, for example, and then in document will replace all. So in this document it's going to be replaced. So we just replace the 36 to 48 to 36, and we're going to go ahead and save it. And then we're going to reactivate it with JWM restart. And then we'll go ahead and close it, and then F12 again. Now the letter's gotten small. If you want to change the clock size, for example, what you need to do is go to yet theme file, JWMRC-theme file, and here toward the end it will have a clock style. Right now it said sans 14 and then normal and normal, and we'll just make it a bold just for demonstration purposes. And then we're going to go ahead and save it, and then we're going to go ahead and type in restart again, JWM restart, and then now it's changed to the bold. So for the exact placement of the X term is controlled by the personnel file with these parameters. X term -B has to do with a space from the left edge of the X term to the this is 10 pixels in this case, where the visual lettering starts. So that's what this has to do with the -B. Geometry has to do with the width of the window and the height, and then placement of the on-screen space horizontally 1320 pixels, 750 down, and this is the placement. So this is what I prefer, and on this monitor, so I replace the original with these parameters. Furthermore, what I want to do is place the X term that starts with the rocks filer. So for example, filer, let's go to etc folder, and then when I start with a grave key, which is a key right below the left uppermost escape key, that it starts a X term in a left lower place, which is exactly what I want. And the way I've done this is go to back to the rocks filer, right click options, and go to menace, and then here I've replaced this. I got this from the X term personnel file. Here the placement here, and I copied this, and then again and I go back here to rocks, and then I overwritten here, and then the only change I made to start on the left side is give it a 10 pixel, change this to 10 pixels, okay. And then after that change, then when I start rocks, and then go ahead and and I can tell instantly that the X term has been started from the rocks filer, and it should reflect whichever the folder the rocks filer is. So I hope that's been helpful.